The 1949 Exposition Flyer crash was a tragic incident that occurred on October 29, 1949, when a Douglas DC-6 operated by Western Airlines crashed near San Bernardino, California, due to mechanical failure. This disaster was part of a series of early post-war aviation accidents that highlighted the challenges of transitioning from wartime aircraft technology to the demands of commercial aviation. With 12 lives lost in the crash, the accident led to significant investigations and safety reforms that would shape the future of air travel. Western Airlines was one of the pioneering airlines in the United States, playing a significant role in the expansion of commercial aviation during the post-World War II era. The airline, which had begun operations in the 1920s, had developed a reputation for reliability and innovation. As air travel became more popular in the late 1940s, Western Airlines expanded its fleet, incorporating modern aircraft like the Douglas DC-6 to meet growing passenger demands. The Douglas DC-6 was a state-of-the-art aircraft at the time, designed to be an improvement over the DC-4. It featured a pressurized cabin, allowing it to fly at higher altitudes where turbulence was less severe. With 4 powerful piston engines, the DC-6 could cover long distances, making it a preferred choice for airlines operating transcontinental and regional routes. However, as with many early airliners, mechanical issues were not uncommon, and maintenance practices were still evolving to handle the complexities of these advanced aircraft. On October 29, 1949, Western Airlines was operating a scheduled flight from Los Angeles to Oakland, with a stopover in San Francisco. The flight, commonly referred to as the Exposition Flyer, was part of a promotional service highlighting the capabilities of the DC-6 and the growing convenience of air travel. It was a routine trip, and the crew on board were experienced pilots, familiar with the route and the aircraft. Shortly after takeoff, as the aircraft was climbing out of Los Angeles, the crew began experiencing difficulties. Passengers would not have initially noticed anything unusual, as early signs of mechanical failure in piston-engine aircraft often manifested gradually. However, within minutes, the situation became more critical. According to witness reports and later investigations, the aircraft suffered a sudden and severe engine malfunction. One of the 4 piston engines began overheating, possibly due to an oil pressure failure. In piston engine aircraft, overheating could quickly lead to catastrophic failure as metal components expanded and engine lubrication became insufficient. Pilots, recognizing the danger, attempted to shut down the failing engine and feather the propeller to reduce drag. Feathering a propeller is a standard emergency procedure in multi-engine aircraft, allowing the plane to maintain control and stability even if an engine is lost. However, in this case, additional mechanical issues complicated their efforts. As the crew struggled to manage the failing engine, another problem arose. A fire broke out. In the 1940s, aircraft engine fires were particularly dangerous, as fire suppression systems were not as advanced as they are today. A fire in a wing-mounted engine could quickly spread to the fuel tanks, leading to an explosion or loss of control. Passengers on board would have been unaware of the full extent of the emergency, but they may have noticed the aircraft shaking as the crew worked to stabilize it. Smoke may have been visible from the affected engine, and the pilots likely informed air traffic control that they were experiencing a serious issue. With the fire spreading and the aircraft losing altitude, the crew made the decision to attempt an emergency landing. Given their position, options were limited. They were flying over a mountainous region near San Bernardino, where rugged terrain made a safe landing extremely difficult. Eyewitnesses on the ground later reported seeing the aircraft descending rapidly, trailing smoke. Some accounts suggested that the crew was attempting to reach an open field or roadway, but the plane never made it. Instead, the DC-6 crashed into a remote area, breaking apart on impact. Rescue teams arrived at the crash site as quickly as possible, but the damage was extensive. The wreckage was scattered over a wide area, and fires from the fuel tanks continued to burn, making recovery efforts challenging. Of the people on board, 12 were killed, while others sustained serious injuries. The Civil Aeronautics Board, CAB, which was responsible for aviation accident investigations at the time, launched an inquiry into the crash. The investigation focused on the mechanical failure that led to the initial engine trouble, as well as the subsequent fire. Examination of the wreckage revealed that the affected engine had suffered a critical failure, likely due to oil starvation. In piston-engine aircraft, maintaining proper oil pressure was essential for engine function, and any disruption in the oil system could lead to overheating, friction, and ultimately fire. Further analysis indicated that the fire suppression system may have malfunctioned or been insufficient to control the flames. The KB report highlighted the need for improved fire safety measures in aircraft, including better engine compartment insulation and more effective fire suppression systems. The crash of the Exposition Flyer also drew attention to the risks of engine failures in multi-engine aircraft. While pilots were trained to manage single-engine failures, the combination of fire and mechanical issues in this case overwhelmed the crew's ability to keep the aircraft airborne. As a result of the investigation, several changes were implemented in aviation safety protocols. Engine monitoring systems were improved, allowing pilots to detect early signs of mechanical issues before they escalated into full-blown emergencies. Fire suppression technology was enhanced, leading to the development of more effective extinguishing agents and automated fire detection systems. Additionally, maintenance procedures were revised to ensure that aircraft engines received more rigorous inspections, particularly concerning oil circulation and cooling systems. Airlines adopted stricter guidelines for engine maintenance, reducing the likelihood of similar failures occurring in the future. For the families of those who lost their lives in the crash, the tragedy was a painful reminder of the risks associated with early commercial air travel. While aviation was rapidly evolving, accidents like this underscored the importance of continuous improvement in aircraft design, pilot training, and emergency preparedness. The legacy of the 1949 Exposition Flyer crash remains an important chapter in aviation history. While it was a devastating event, the lessons learned contributed to the ongoing effort to make air travel safer. Today, the advancements in engine reliability, fire suppression, and emergency response can be traced back to incidents like this, where tragedies prompted the industry to refine its safety measures. Though decades have passed, the crash serves as a reminder of the challenges faced during the early years of commercial aviation. The courage of the pilots, the resilience of the survivors, and the determination of investigators to uncover the cause of the disaster all played a role in shaping the future of air travel. The story of the Exposition Flyer is not just one of loss, but also of progress, ensuring that modern air passengers can fly with greater confidence and security. Aviation history is filled with lessons from past tragedies. Stay tuned for more by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel.